Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy. We all know who he is, the Gum Gum Rubber Man. So we presume. As we get further along inside the show, we realize that his Gum Gum is not the actual name of the fruit. His actual name of the fruit is the Hito Hito no Mi Mado Nika Sun God. So, with that being said, we know that Luffy has a mythical Zoan type. Very similar to, well, not similar, but we know that his pathway is very similar to Blackbeard's pathway. And Blackbeard, we know, has to be the opposite of the Sun God. He is this generation's, I want to say like Rock D's the back, or this generation's Im Sama. And when we're thinking about this inside the perspective of just who they represent, they're the same coin, just opposite sides. One is engulfed inside light, the other one's engulfed inside darkness. One pops up as the liberator, the other one wants to be the ruler of all. With this being said, we see that Marshall D. Teach, he goes through a whole backstory where he kills Thatch, Thatch being the 4th Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, of course. Once he does that, he sets his eyes out on the fruit that Thatch had, eats it, and then leaves the crew. He leaves the crew. He goes out. He is now getting his own pirate crew formed because he wants to be a member of the 20 families. He wants to become a celestial dragon, but he wants to become a celestial dragon because he wants the power that goes on behind it. Now, this is where things get tricky right here. It was the War of Wars at Marineford when we had to see the downfall of Whitebeard. Whitebeard was hitting and cloaked out behind this entire thing after getting shot, stabbed, kicked, punched, hit with different types of things by Blackbeard and his commanders. Now, Blackbeard puts a cloak over him, goes inside there, takes his devil fruit powers, and now he has the Tremor no Mi in one hand and his Yami no Mi Dark in the other hand. Now, with that being said, he has 2 devil fruits. Our theories about this is being that one, maybe it's because his devil fruit has been awakened, his will has been awakened, something with his will of D connected somewhere else, or it could even be possible that it is related to his devil fruit ability, or that he's a Kraken at heart and has 3 hearts. But then again, I don't think that's even that theory is not far-fetched. It's not out the window. It's been going around for quite a while now. We know that he has three guns that he carries upon him. He has 3 skulls on his cross. He has 3 different personalities. Now, we switch over to Luffy. Luffy is Luffy. He has 1 devil fruit that was misnamed that he's just now awakening. Now, does Teach awaken his devil fruit? Of course he does. He has to have. You feel me? It just has to be no way possible that he has all this knowledge, because Teach, at the end of the day, is an archaeologist. He has to have all this background and knowledge about the devil fruits and the devil fruit encyclopedia. That way he knows how to work them, which ones to use. He went after the specific one that he wanted to use. And at that moment, we knew for a fact that Thatch was gone and Teach was going to be legendary. Sending out Ace. Ace is the Flame Commander, the person who holds one of the hottest devil fruits inside of all of One Piece. At least he was, until the devil fruit was reborn, because he got murdered in the War of Wars. Now we look at it again. Comes Dressrosa time. We see that one, of course, cool. Teach, you now have 2 devil fruits, and you're getting devil fruits, extracting them, and giving them away to people as well. Don't know how you're doing it, but you are making your commanders a lot stronger by doing so. Luffy just awakened his devil fruit later on in Egghead, but at Dressrosa, he went out there and sought out a devil fruit. A devil fruit that was the one that he always wanted to hold close to him. And it meant a lot to him because it was his brother's devil fruit, Ace. The Mitter no Mi, Flame fruit. This fruit right here, of course, comes in as being one of the hottest fruits out on the market, and everybody wants to get their hands up on it. I don't know how Dofmingo did it. He found it though. At the Coliseum, we get there. The grand prize, Mitter no Mi, come one, come all. Diamante is inside there. Lauji is inside there. Lucy is inside there. Rebecca. The list goes on and on and on, full of these great warriors. What if Luffy was able to unlock his powers a lot sooner though? What if the death of Ace triggered the birth or the emergence of the sun god to actually come out during that time frame. And when it came out, who's to say that the sun god during the time frame could not have managed to start working his way around? We had 2 years to work with. Rayleigh could have trained him aside hockey. He now has sun god powers. He comes back out a better understanding. Why can't you have 2 devil fruits as well? Could you have went to Dressrosa? Could you have gotten the devil fruit from there? Could you have eaten it yourself? One of the comments that I seen down below up on TikTok, somebody, because I put this theory out there before, him with a theory, and got me thinking a little bit. Instead of him eating the 2 devil fruits, this goes to show you that TikTok community and the community in general and anime and the One Piece community are vibing out. I love it to death. Let's keep rocking now strong. We are all friends. Wait, this way, friends. Wait. You get the picture. The shirt says friends. But we're all vibing out. And his theory popped up and it got me thinking a little bit. He said something about the lines of, well, what if he had to have given to Sabo because it's a follower thing and somebody follows him? And it got me thinking a little bit more along the lines of, what if the Mitter Nomi is attached to Luffy's destiny and his will? With that being said, since it is attached to his will and his destiny, that aligns whoever he's most closely bonded with, childhood brothers for exact, that's going to be the people who has to become his mother flame. The person who has to hold the flame fruit for Luffy would have to be the person who he trusts the most to be that light behind him that makes him shine even brighter. Ace was that light growing up for him. So was Sabo, until we thought that Sabo, because Sabo had passed away as a young kid, so we thought, but Dragon snatched him up, saved his life, and took him out to sea to become a revolutionary. Now, Sabo came back. And when Sabo came back, Luffy could not stop crying. He was happy, tears were joy, everything was going through with that. So, it'd have been good to see if one pathway we take was that Luffy eats the devil fruit and has now Nika powers and the sun god. He is his own shine, his own light to his own brightness. But because we didn't get that, we go down our second pathway, where we have Sabo, of course, showing up there. Sabo was very close to him. He's like a brother to Luffy, an older brother, especially, that's going to shine light with the Mitter Nomi. Sun, the sun is literally inside of his hands when Sabo speaks. Now, Luffy has his own mother flame. Not just his own mother flame, but Luffy has a mother flame that he bonds with. So inside of the depiction that we've seen from one of the chapter reviews, I know a lot of people have seen this picture, regardless whether or not it's not a spoiler anymore. If you're part of the One Piece community, I know you've seen this picture. And the picture depicts the 3 different pathways in time. And one of them is a dark shadow figure holding the sun of his hand. If the sun inside of his hand is to represent Sabo, who's to say that Luffy isn't going to get Sabo back to become his flame back again? Because we know that Sama was on revenge for him. So that sun that was in Eam's grasp got let go. Sabo got free. He broke out after the whole incident with Cobra and everything that happened going on at the actual Marie Joie. Lucia Kingdom destroyed. They got away. Cool. But now the sun is going to be something that burns. Comes back to burn Im-sama. And that just comes back to burn him, but burns him inside enough, because now the theories are what's to come next. I know it feels like I was jumping around a lot, but it all ties in. And as I was talking, I was thinking a little bit about it as well. Jumping around from pathway to pathway. We have our pathway of Luffy eating the sun god, eating the Mitter Nomi, becoming sun god with the Mitter Nomi, having 2 devil fruit abilities. Sound kind of similar to our boy over there, Blackbeard. Then we have our other pathway where now his brother has it. And his brother is not the man marked by flames. We still don't know who that man is just yet. But his brother does have this devil fruit that is going to burn, or can burn, and shine some light to seeing just who Im-sama is inside this new world that we have now, this realm, and hopefully can help set free by that path as well. Now, I don't truly believe that Sabo will be at this will be the actual sun that Im Sama was holding, but it has to represent something. It comes down to that pathway. Please, 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 please comment down below some thoughts that you have behind this, because these theories are going very strong, and I'm thinking a lot. I'm thinking a very lot just about how we can shape these theories up a little bit more. The One Piece community, you've been doing a wonderful job with. Please keep rocking out with us, the 1216 podcast. You know how we getting down. Be a part of our grand fleet. We're going strong, building our nation up and going from there. But I do want to know one thing. Would you have liked to see if Luffy can go into his, I guess, his ultimate form after the War of War, or the War of Best, got the Dressrosa, and ate the Mary Nomi for himself? He offered it to Frankie. Frankie said, "Whoa, brother, I like the idea of swimming still." So of course Frankie wouldn't eat it. Sanji wouldn't eat it. He already has fire powers. Zoro wouldn't eat it. He already has fire powers and can cut the flames. Plus, I know they both like to swim still. Other people, candidates, probably too much. Nami, no. Usopp, definitely not. Only once you having that power. Even though as a sniper, that would be pretty cool to have. Giant flame rifle, aim down sight. Usopp, that would have been dope. But I digress. Would you have liked to see that pathway? Would you have to see the pathway where we see that Sabo has the steel, and Sabo, of course, becomes the flame that burns Im Sama or shines more light onto who Im actually is after revealing like he knows a little bit more about it, and that's the third world that we see. But I got more to come. Don't worry about it. I'm expand a lot more on these two theories. I want to break them both down and give you guys an exact pathway of what the timelines may look like for both of them. Stay tuned. This is just a brief one to get you a little introduction to see if you will get more, to see if we can get more people engulfed inside of the theories, especially some of my wild ass theories that I be having. I got some fucking crazy hot takes. But this is the 1216 podcast, telling you to make sure you hit that like button, comment down below some of your favorite theories or theories you think may come up down later on down the line, and of course share if you want to. Don't have to, but it goes a long way. Thanks for joining the Grand Fleet with the 1216 podcast. It's 12 signing off.